Hey, what do you call your feet after a long hike when the soles of your shoes are made by Michelin? Tired. Get it? You get it? Oh, just go on with the review? Okay, you got it. Howdy, friends. Ken here, and I'm very excited to show you these brand spanking new Xero Scrambler mid boots that Xero sent me over for free for a free test drive in exchange for an honest review. And if you find this review helpful and feel like picking up a pair, I'd always appreciate you using my referral link in the description to support the channel and to show them that I'm not just hoarding kicks in my closet. So now that I've cleaned off all the mud from a recent outing, let's get on with the review so I can get 'em muddy again. These are the Xero Scrambler Mid in Steel Gray Sulfur. Full disclosure, these are the first boots I've ever worn since going Barefoot-Style almost 3 years ago, so this is a new experience for me, and so far I'm digging it. The first thing you'll notice is this super fun neon accent. That alone makes these shoes stand out from the pile of black shoes on my rack, but also gives them kind of more of a sneaker appeal. That means they'll look great in a casual setting, and your feet will be visible if a tornado drops a house on your body. Heading into the construction, flipping over these kicks, you'll see that these soles are actually made by Michelin, the tire folks. This is interesting because some of the earliest barefoot-style footwear that first inspired all of these various barefoot shoe companies were the handmade sandals of the Raramuri natives of the Copper Canyons in Mexico, which were made of, you guessed it, tires. So you could say Xero is going back to the source, but this has also resulted in some substantial yet flexible soles. Because they're barefoot style, they're very flat, as in you notice that there's no arch lift. This increased ground contact really gives you quite a bit of additional traction. And because these are thinner soles for hiking boots, they depend on the lugs for grip instead of recesses. I took these out on some compacted snow as well as some very muddy technical trails not long ago, and I never felt lacking for tread. Let's check out this upper. This mesh is quite breathable, making this likely a great warm weather boot. I'll let you know later as I've only used it for wintry temperatures. This toe cap is flexible, but does a good job of protecting your piggies either from rocks, roots, and trees, or when you need to kick knock some mud loose. And I know it's not a deal breaker for most one way or the other, but these laces are no joke, long and strong. And being a newbie to boots, I could be just discovering this, but these shoes seem to have two different modes. Firstly, you have your typical hiking boot mode in which these upper hooks are fully laced for maximum ankle support. This is ideal for traversing highly technical terrain, especially when hiking downhill, as these ankle supports keep your feet from sliding forward inside your shoe and mashing your toes. But then secondly, you can always downshift the ankle support by leaving the hooks unlaced. I find this to be very comfortable for casual wear, but also makes these into trail running shoes at a moment's notice. I ran a bit quite comfortably this way, and though I'd still prefer to have my Xero Mesa Trail 2s for running than these, still, if I'd like to turn a hike into a trail run, I can just unlace the hooks and take off. Now let's look into the barefoot qualities of these boots. These certainly possess the barefoot trifecta folks look for in barefoot shoes: zero drop, a wide toe box, and a flexible sole. And while these soles are probably a bit more rigid than any shoes I would consider barefoot and don't quite pass what I call the total fruit roll-up test, when it comes to hiking boots, you probably want a tad more rigidity. Most of the stiffness in these soles exists widthwise bend and the heels. Still, like most barefoot shoes, you won't find any arch support in these boots. They come with insoles, but I always ditch the insoles in my shoes to maximize ground feel. If you have any ideas of what to do with like 16 insoles, let me know in the comments. And while there's not tons of ground feel here, again, I don't mind that in hiking boots as long as I can get some lateral flex as I walk so I can grip the terrain with the shape of my feet. So when will I use these hiking boots over barefoot running shoes or sandals? Well, for straight ahead hiking, which I'm doing more of lately just to put miles on my legs between runs. Secondly, when I need more protection on slicker surfaces when the ground is frigid, or if I feel like I may need to put a shovel to the earth. Thirdly, for casual wear. They have a utilitarian sneaker chic to them that is growing on me. So in conclusion, if you're looking for a decent barefoot-style hiking boot that is capable of converting into something a little more flexible than a standard boot, the Xero Scrambler Mid may be up your alley. If you'd prefer more of a trail running shoe, I also reviewed the Xero Mesa Trail 2 that you can find linked in the description or on the end screen. And if you want to pick up a pair for yourself, I have a link to Xero in the description where you can snag a pair. If you have any questions about these shoes, make sure to drop them in the comments. If you learned something from this video, I'd appreciate you letting YouTube know by providing a like. Subscribe to Kinetic channel for insights on natural, meaningful movement. Peace.